What's up, y'all? I just had the coolest experience. So if you don't know, I've been featured in a lot of different magazines. I've actually been featured in Business Insider at least once. I may be featured here in a second time. I just got a call from the reporter, and I'm telling y'all, I'm just giving you guys my point of view, all right? I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to say, like, wow, life is just really different, you know? And again, I'm not famous. I am not a famous person. I am not a celebrity by any means. But I just got a call from the reporter, and actually she sent me an email about a week ago, actually after the day after election, maybe a day or two after election. And she was like, you know, she sent me an email. She said, Wesley, what is your reaction to the result of the election when it comes to government contracting? And I'm just like, yeah, you know, I already did a YouTube live. I already talked about it on YouTube. So I just say, hey, here's my reaction. And I sent her a video that I did on YouTube. Just sent her my YouTube video and sent it to her. And no big deal. No disrespect. I was just like, I already talked about it. Here's my video. And it just kind of hit me. It's like, wait, Wesley, she's looking for a statement. Like a, hey, this just happened in news. Let's go get this celebrity statement. Hey, what's your statement on this thing that just happened? Because the reason I say that is because guess what? I get a text today, a text from her, because, you know, obviously she's done an article on me before. So I get a text from her today, and she's like, hey, Wesley, I appreciate you sending me that video. However, are you able to like comment on the new developments with Elon Musk being, in charge of this new office, and that office job is to like cut down on government spending. I mean, you can like leave me a text message or I can call you. I'm like, well, she really wants me to get a statement. So long story short, I give her a time to call me. She called me. I was unavailable because I'm actually in another meeting. And then the funny thing is, after that call, I missed her call. I called her back. And it was exactly like the TVs, guys. Exactly like the movies. It's like, hey, Wesley, so Elon Musk is in charge of this new task force to reduce government spending. What's your statement? Not those exact words, but basically it was like, Wesley, go ahead and make your statement. I'm just like, I'm talking over my words because I'm like, this is like a statement for, a celebrity. Like, Wesley's well known in government contracting. Wesley's helping people make 6 and 7 figures a year in government contracting. And Wesley, I want to get your statement on what's happening. And I'll share that statement with you guys if you guys are interested. I'll share that with you. Well, I don't know, because the article's coming out, not so much the article, because the next question was, okay, so should people still get into government contracting? Because, Elon Musk and I don't want to mispronounce his name, but the other guy who's the representative who's going to be working together to cut down on government spending, they're going to be talking about cutting down government spending, waste for money. Like, should people still get into government contracting? That's her question to me. Okay, and you guys want my answer? This way you guys don't have to wait for the article, because at the end of their call, it was a conversation. And by the way, the phone call was like 5-10 minutes. But at the end of the call, she's like, am I okay to use your name as a statement? Can I use what you said and I can actually put it in a statement? And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna be in some, article somewhere. It's like the news. I hope they don't miscue my words, because I said so many words, but I'm sure she's gonna find the one sound bite and put it in and make it, I don't know. Shout out to you. You know who you are if you're watching this on YouTube. I'm not gonna say her name because I just don't want to. I don't know what I can disclose or how things work. Okay, but here's the statement, y'all. My feelings for Elon Musk being in charge of, what is it, DOGE or DOGE, whatever it's called. Elon Musk was, I love him to death. As you guys know, I'm sitting here driving in full self-driving in my Cybertruck. I definitely love Elon Musk. I definitely have, I'm a fan of Elon Musk. I'm a fan of Tesla. No hate towards that guy. However, he's in charge of cutting down government spending when he's one of the benefactors of some of the most largest and lucrative contracts in government, right? He's trying to put men on Mars. He's trying to get us back to the moon. He's trying to rescue some astronauts from the space station. Like, this man has billions and billions and billions of dollars in government contracts, but he's now in charge of cutting down wasteful spending. I just told her, let that sink in. Let that sink in. It's like, hey, I can't even think of an example, but it's just like, he's in charge of cutting down wasteful spending when he has some of the largest contracts out there, right? So she said, I know, Wesley, but like, what does that mean for you? I'm like, well, you know what? It could mean that Elon Musk says, well, hey, government, don't ever cut down on space contracts, because space is important and I love space, but don't ever cut down on space. We got to go to Mars, but yeah, go ahead and cut down on this other contract or this other contract. That could happen. But the thing that I told her, I'm gonna tell you guys the same thing right now. You guys are getting behind the scenes. Like I literally just had this call literally 30 minutes ago, and now I'm driving to go get some food for the wifey, and I want to give you guys this information fresh off the press. The thing I told her when it comes to business is people are always, not always, but sometimes you got to stop looking at too much information, all this bad news. Like when I gave her an example of the government shutdown. She said, oh yeah, the government shutdown last year, or a year and a half ago. I said, yeah, people kept talking about that government shutdown for months and months and months. And there were actually people in the government contracting space who were saying, oh, the government's going to shut down, be careful, and should you get into government contracting? Is right now the good time to get into government contracting? The government's supposed to shut down. And even myself, now I didn't make any content, I made no videos until after it was over, but even my team was getting emails, hey Wesley, we got emails coming in, and people are saying, should they not get into government contracting? Because if the government shuts down, how are they going to get paid? And however you want to feel about news, the way I feel about news is like, it's fear, right? They're just selling fear sometimes. They're just selling fear. So people had all those complaints, all those issues about the government shutdown. And here's what happened. I was in Canada at the time. I was at Niagara Falls. I was in Niagara Falls. I remember to this day. And we get the news. The government decided not to shut down. They approved the budget. Everything's good. And I went live. And I'll be honest with you guys, I went kind of live like as an I told you so type of live, right? I went kind of like, I told you so. Like when I went live and I said, listen, y'all, you spent the last 4 months worrying about how you're going to get paid in government contracting and whether you should get into government contracting. While guess what? Me and my team and my students, we've been bidding the whole time and we've won contracts. We didn't let that negative news stop us from what we're doing. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some of you guys, Wesley, well, why would I get into a business model if the money's going to dry up there? You don't know that. And this is what I told the reporter. I said, you don't know what's going to happen. All because Elon Musk is an advisor to the federal government, to Donald Trump. All because he's an advisor doesn't mean the snow removal contract, no, not even that. The contract that one of my students has that pays him $20,000 a month for fire extinguisher, it doesn't mean it goes away tomorrow. It doesn't mean it goes away next year. Now, could it mean that? Could Elon Musk say, those fire extinguishers at that base, the government's spending too much money on that. Let's do an audit. Could it change? Yes. However, is it going to change right now? No. So if you're on the fence about getting the government contracting, and you're worried about, Donald Trump being in office, you're worried about government cutbacks, you're worried about that, I think you're worried on the wrong things, because in business, everything's got its pros and cons. Amazon FBA, drop shipping, Toro, Airbnb, real estate, Bitcoin, everything has pros and cons. Everything, has issues. Now, I personally feel government contracting is never going to go away, never going to be gone. But, I could be wrong. But the thing is, that's what I said to the reporter. That's what I'm telling you guys. Hey, if this is blessing you guys, if this is helping you, for you guys to get some information from Dr. West hot off the presses, no call to action, nothing. Just, hey, hot off the presses, then hope this blesses you. Hey, I'll see you guys in the next video. We're right at 10 minutes. We're going to get out of here. Peace.